Since the settlers first came to America, people have either been growing tobacco and selling it or using it for consumption. To this day, many people are not properly informed on the um, constant use of tobacco over a period of time will affect their health or the cost of it. Tobacco is a substance that many people around the globe use on a daily basis, and it is imperative that we know the effects of it on our health. By the end of this speech, you will know how much the cost of tobacco is, the health effects that go along with it, and the long-term effects on your brain and nervous system. Tobacco has many fees and taxes that are attached to it by the states, and in order for the states to bring in income. Tobacco is cheap for the companies to make, but is expensive to buy because of all these taxes. With the many health issues that come along with tobacco use, health insurance rates are very high for tobacco users, and medical companies spend billions of dollars a year. According to Learning About Healthy Living, How Much Does Smoking Cost, published in 2012, the average smoker in Tennessee and Virginia will smoke between 19.8 and 20.8 cigarettes a day, which is equivalent to a pack. The cost for using that over 10 years will be around $23,520. Prolonged tobacco use also accounts for $170 billion a year for illnesses that are paid for by U.S. healthcare systems. Besides the monetary cost that goes along with tobacco use, there are also health concerns that go along with it too. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention in Smoking and Tobacco Use in March of 2017, smoking leads to disease and disability and harms nearly every organ of the body. These harmful effects are prevalent in more than 16 million Americans. The diseases can include cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung diseases, diabetes, and COPD. For every person who dies because of prolonged tobacco use, there are at least 30 people living with a serious illness that is because of smoking. Smoking increases risk for many other problems such as tuberculosis, eye disease, immune system problems, and arthritis. Smoking is the leading cause of preventable death in the U.S. and worldwide. People who smoke typically die 10 years younger than those who don't. Besides just the physical ailments that go along with smoking, it also affects you mentally. After long-term tobacco use, the tobacco can rewire your brain and affect how you think and behave on a daily basis. Within seconds of smoking tobacco or putting in a dip, nicotine reaches the brain and connects to receptors and activates the basal ganglia, which is the brain's reward system. The brain then treats nicotine from cigarettes as a reward and releases dopamine, which is important in learning how we become addicted to it. Each time the nicotine is received, the reward center is activated and it reinforces it as a positive experience. The addiction progressively worsens and neural pathways link cigarettes to more and more outside behaviors and actions. Kellett, in The Short and Long-Term Effects of Nicotine on Our Brain, published in 2017, says over time, our brain believes tobacco to be necessary in our daily lives just like food and water is. After many years of tobacco use, the user will have advanced chronic brain disorder that makes giving up tobacco much harder than just simply not lighting up a cigarette or putting a dip in. But luckily it is treatable, and seeking treatment can lead to recovery. To conclude, prolonged tobacco use affects many people, many of which do not understand the consequences of it. Tobacco is used by millions of people, and knowing what tobacco can do is important for you to be able to make your own decisions. Long-term tobacco use can be costly, cause health problems, and can affect your brain and thinking in many ways. Now that you are informed on how tobacco will affect you, if you use it for a long time, you will be able to make a smart decision on how or if you want to use it.
Woohoo!